Online scams have been on the rise in 2022, and Upwork isn't immune to this phenomenon. In a recent article, Upwork stated that in recent months, we've seen increased attempts by scammers to impersonate legitimate clients. While we've been tracking this closely on Upwork and have moved swiftly to mitigate such risks, the FBI has noted the rising prevalence of these concerns across multiple sites that host job postings. I'll be linking this article down below since they do explain some of the red flags and how to avoid and report them. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the actual video. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I do videos about succeeding as a freelancer using both Upwork and social media, so if that's something you're interested, don't forget to hit subscribe. Today, we're talking about 4 different types of scams. Like I said, these have been super popular lately and I personally hate for you guys to get scammed. So hopefully this video helps you avoid them and helps you keep safe while still using Upwork. Scam number 1 that I want to talk to you guys about today, this one is probably the most common, and that's the Payafee scam. Essentially, they'll start by obviously asking you to take the conversation outside Upwork, whether it's Telegram or WhatsApp or whatever, and they usually promise you a higher than average pay, or like something that's so simple that's almost too good to be true. And then what they do is they ask you, okay, you'll get paid like $3,000 for this simple task, but you need to pay a fee to prove that you're serious or to help process payment or any bullshit like that. This fee amount is usually dependent on the project that you choose. They'll usually present you with different options on a PDF, and obviously, the higher the pay, you guessed it, the higher the fee. I've seen this happen where they ask for the fee right away, but I've also seen them ask for the fee after you've done the work, so you kind of feel trapped to pay them, which is awful. So please, don't fall for this. Seriously, like, promise me that you'll never pay to work, okay? Scam number 2 is the ID card scam. This is similar to the Payafee scam, and they'll often ask you to pay for an ID card or a library card in order to be able to do the work for them. And this card always seems to cost $50. They'll give you a number of options to pay for it, and then you either never hear from them again, or they'll keep trying to get as much money from you as they possibly can. I've actually done a video on a scam like this before where they asked both for a fee and for the ID card. I'll link it down below, but seriously, this scammer was trying to get every last dollar out of me. It's ridiculous. And again, a legitimate client will never ask you to pay for anything. If anything, they should be the ones paying you, not the other way around. Now, question for you, have you ever gotten scammed on Upwork or elsewhere? Let me know down in the comments. I know I have. Now, on to scam number 3. This one is what I like to call the pay for supply scam. This one's an oldie, but apparently a goodie because it seems to still be going around after, I don't know how many years. Like, it used to be going around when Skype was a thing, so that tells you. And this one is especially important to mention because it can be easier to fall for because once again, like, they promise you exorbitant amounts of money for something that's apparently super simple. But then what they do is they send you a check in the mail for the quote-unquote first payment that is actually even higher than the agreed amount. And they say that the remaining amount will be for you to pay for supplies like a computer, software, whatever. And then the catch here is that you'll have to pay for the supplies from their vendor, and you'll have to transfer them the money in advance. And again, this may seem harmless because they've literally already sent you the money, right? Wrong. That check will actually end up bouncing, but you'll likely only realize it after you sent them the money for the supplies. And again, at that time, they'll either vanish or block you in some sort of way. Now, scam number 4, this one I've seen quite a lot recently, and that's the Facebook Marketplace house scam. Once again, they offer you super good, super tempting pay for apparently a very simple task. to list properties on Facebook Marketplace and give out their contact info, the scammer's contact info. Now, what's the scam, you ask? Well, you may not be paying the scammer directly, but you'll actually be helping them scam other people. That's right, the houses you're listing, they don't own them. Yet, they're asking all the people that contact them for a deposit in order to rent the house, making money off of those people. Honestly, I don't even know if they'll end up paying you for the work that you do, but even if they do you really want to be part of a crime and even risk losing your Facebook account? I don't know if that's worth it. Now, what do all of these scams have in common? The first red flag is that they try to get you off of Upwork as soon as they can. This is because they truly just don't want to get caught, and their account will end up getting deleted anyways, sooner or later. The second red flag is it just seems too good to be true. Trust me, your gut is probably right. You know the drill. If it seems too good to be true, if it's too easy and it's too good of a pay, it likely is, so trust your gut on this one. The third red flag is they ask you to pay them. Once again, never, ever, ever pay to do work for someone. Please, if you leave this video with anything, is that you should never have to pay to work. One thing is to pay for Upwork's own fees, and that's not something that the client needs to ask you. That's something that's automatically taken off of your earnings. But if the client is asking you for a fee, just run the other way. Fourth red flag is kind of like the second one, but it's project and the whole thing just seems a little bit off. And again, if you have a bad feeling about a job, don't do it. Like, trust me, it's not worth the risk, and there's plenty of good clients out there that you don't have to spend your time on the bad ones. Now, I'm currently preparing to launch something that will help you both avoid Upwork scams and get more clients. So if that's something that interests you, I'll have the link for the waitlist down below. It's no commitment to join, and by joining, you get my 5-step checklist for Upwork success for free. So why not, right? And if you'd like to see one of these scams in action, I recommend watching this video right here, where I chase a scammer solely for your entertainment. I'll see you there.